Start. Sir, the honorable member is always free to haul me up for any attempt to mislead the House. I am not claiming that I can make a statement with due authority. Whatever I am doing in the best interest of the colleges. May I make my submission even assuming that this report has been withdrawn. Even then the honorable member correctly pointed out that the Education Commission has suggested the decentralization of administration. The UGC resolution is there suggesting decentralization of the administration. For us, the device itself would carry a great deal of weight. That device has been quoted by me in the treatment of objects and reasons of the bill. Now, sir, the honorable member made the point that in the treatment of objects and reasons, it has been stated that the chairman would be appointed by the visitor. Now, if the honorable member would carefully see, he can see quite clearly that the first paragraph 6 are to give the background in which the matter came up. The second paragraph deals with the suggestions of the University Grants Commission, and the third paragraph gives the main points which this bill seeks to enact. So the main object of the bill is stated in paragraph 3 and not in the background in which the government has brought this bill before the House. I would also like to make a submission. The honorable member was kind enough to make a reference to the suggestion which, with your permission, I am going to place before the House. It would therefore be seen that if the intention of the government was to present the House with a decision, the suggestions which I have had the benefit of receiving from teachers or the authorities of the colleges and from honorable members with whom I have made every effort to keep in close touch and with whom I have had the honor of holding certain discussions would not have been introduced. It is not the intention of the government to do any such a thing. A question was raised that the college council should have powers of academic council para. It was felt that an authority which may be called upon to deal with questions such as the question whether the teacher has been wrongfully removed, the matter had to be dealt with so far as the management is concerned, and the university had to deal with the management or whether something has been done by the management or the governing body which is not in the best interest of the university. Stop. A body like this which is going to deal with such cases must have college teachers on it. Stop. Therefore, this was a move which, in my humble opinion, was a correct move, a move in the proper direction, and it would have created a situation if it had already started functioning, when the teachers of the colleges themselves would be partners in planning out what arrangements have to be made. Stop. Having said this, I would like to make one further observation on a point which has been made by the honorable member. Stop. Apparently, the way some of the functionaries of the Delhi Teachers Association have been talking has misled the honorable members, if I may most humbly point it out. Stop. Government's position, as I have stated very clearly, is that the definition of a teacher of the degree college as given under the Act is accepted by the government, and government has no intention of modifying it. Stop. The definition says that a teacher of a college means a person appointed for the purpose of imparting instructions in any college. Stop. Now, all members of the academic council are teachers. Stop. It is an artificial way to create dichotomy, and I do not want to do it. Stop. It seems all the people who came to see the honorable member wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Stop. You cannot say that only college teachers are teachers and others are not teachers, and some of them put forward the argument that no, we feel that you wish to delink the colleges. Stop. The Act is very clear on that point. Stop. Sir, I had something to do with the drafting of the report, and I was a signatory to this report. Stop.